Man, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Freddie Stevenson from Trials of Triumph, and I just want to say thank you to everybody that supported our Veterans Day episode with Azareye'h Thomas. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. And we have another great episode coming up today with Florida State legend and New York Jets cornerback Azareye'h Thomas. He talks about his time at Florida State and going through all the adversity and how he's been able to adjust to life in the NFL. But first, I'd love to take the time out to thank our sponsors, T1RX, Howard Buchanan Strong, Indie Atlantic Films, and Concord Coffee. But that's enough of me talking, man. Let's get into this episode. Man, I appreciate you pulling up on me, man.
Yes, sir. Most definitely, man. You already know it.
I've been watching you from afar, watching your game, man. Huge fan, man, and ultimately how you carry yourself, on and off the field. I'm a fan, so when I had the opportunity, I wanted to make sure that I reached out and got you on the platform, to talk about your journey.
Yes, sir. Most definitely.
Let's get into it, man. What's it been like for you, the learning curve adjusting to the NFL with the Jets, and what's different between college and the NFL for you so far?
Like I tell everyone else, I would say like the details of the game, and not just on the field, but in the film room. Like coaches aren't letting you get away with, if they tell you to be 2x7, like be 2x7, like, and it's the little things that count, because then that could be your little inch, or that could be your yard between making a play, between an interception. And we all know in this game, like the ball is millions. And so my coach always tell me that, and he always get on to me, in the film room. But I love it. And I would say like just the intensity of the game. In college, like you got the band, you got the cheerleaders, you got all that. So you got all this external motivation. In the league, you don't really got no external, cause the fans, they love you one week, then they hate you another. And it's such a transactional type business. And so you kind of gotta find your peace. You kind of gotta find your motivation in something that's unchanging. And you already know, for me, like that's my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. And so each and every week, man, I just pray each and every week, man. I just get on my knees and I just bow before the Lord, and I just thank him just for the op that he gave me, to come and play in the league, man. And, in this league, like I said, it's so transactional. You kind of got to find something that's steady. And that's him with me. And so I feel like that would be the biggest difference, is just the details, and, being high one week and being low one week, but you got to stay steady through it all.
That's ultimately, your game I was a fan of, but then when I seen how bold you were in your faith, that's what really, caught my attention, because you see a lot of people, man, that proclaim to be one way, but then they kind of compromise in certain rooms. And you're a person that I've just watched. You haven't been afraid to be bold in your faith. Where does that come from?
It really come from my mother, man. Growing up, I grew up in the church, but I didn't really never know why we was in church. Like I knew who the Lord was, but I didn't really know him. Like I knew of him, but I didn't know him. And so growing up, man, but I'm so thankful that my mom laid that foundation early, because some people don't find them until later on in their lives. And so me, luckily, man, that, my mom, made us, or not even made us, but she got us up every morning, and we went to church every Sunday. So that's really where it, like the seed got planted, but it didn't really bloom until I was later on in high school. I'll say my senior year, my recruitment process, it was stressful. I had a stressful process for sure. My top three schools, Florida State wasn't even in my top three schools. It was Florida, LSU, and G Tech. And with Florida, Coach Mullen, he had got fired, so a whole new staff coming in. LSU, Coach O, they said that they parted ways, or they fired him, or whatever happened over there. So a new staff coming in, and then G Tech, their DC got fired, and so a whole new D staff coming in. And so just all that was going on, and I early enrolled into Florida State. And so I was going in there January, and this all happened like 2 weeks before early signing day. And so, man, I'm like, what in the world? Like, how can all of this happen in the span of like me leading up to 2 weeks before signing day? And so I'm confused, man. I'm like, I don't know where I'm gonna go. I don't know who gonna tell me, or just try to feed my itching ears. Like, I just don't know who gonna be real or not. And so throughout my whole process, I'm like, I don't think I want to go to Florida State just because I like, and me being young and immature in my mindset, I didn't really realize like I'm over there being fed by the internet, just looking at, oh, the culture over there is, it's not good. Like what Taggart left, blah, 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 all this going on. You already know me. I'm young. So I'm like, yeah, I don't think I want to go there. But man, that's when I think that's not even, I think I know that's when I started to develop my prayer life. And so, I started praying to the Lord, just asking him for guidance. Like I was confused and I found him at a time where I was really at a low spot mentally, because the game of football just wasn't fun no more because I was so worried about where I was going. And so it would kind of carry over to practice. It would kind of carry over to the games. I was still balling, you feel me? But just mentally, I just wasn't there. And so I prayed, and it's like I gained a sense of peace with letting Florida State come and do a home visit. And it's crazy because I know it was the Lord because all my recruiting process, like I didn't want to really talk to Florida State. I didn't really want no connections with them. I stayed in contact just a little bit. But they steady, even when I was dropping my top schools, like Coach Fuller, like Coach Woodson, Coach Norvell, all those guys still stayed at me, still, texting and stuff like that. So I'm like, why they keep texting me? Like when I obviously showing them I don't want to go there. So man, I prayed on it and, and then we had, scheduled a little home visit. So they had came. And man, when I tell you Coach Norvell, this man was beating on the desk. This man was beating on the table. Like he didn't blink. I don't think he blinked the whole hour or two we was in there. And so I'm like, yeah, this man here for real. And so, and then I tell everyone this story. He had asked me a question that I don't remember the specific question he asked me. But I do, know what I said or answered. And, I said, I just want to be comfortable. And he looked at me. He was like, comfortable. He was like, Azareye'h, I promise you, if you come to Florida State, I'm going to make you the most uncomfortable you've ever been in your life. And it's going to be some days you're literally going to want to kill me. He literally said it just like that. And so I kind of look over to my mom. I'm like, yeah, like we ain't saying nothing vocally, but I'm kind of looking at it like, yeah, this right here the place I want to be because think about it. This 2 weeks before signing day. So he could have told me anything. Oh, okay. Comfortable. Yeah, man. Feel me? We got all this in place for you. Nah. He said, you're going to hate me. Like, come here. You're going to hate me. So I'm like, I ain't never experienced nothing like that outside of my mother because my mother was so strong. She was so resilient and she was so mean. Like I didn't really experience nothing like that outside of my mother. So when I heard that from Coach Norvell, a head coach, 2 weeks before signing day, I'm like, yeah, Florida State is the place I want to be. So of course I went home, prayed on it. I spoke to my mom. I spoke to my brothers. And my mom was like, if this is a place that you want to go, let's do it. And so, man, I continued to pray on it and I had a peace that surpassed all understanding. Like, I didn't understand why I wanted to go there, but I just knew, you feel me, Coach Novell was going to hold true to his word. And, now looking back, man, it all worked out and I'm just thankful for the Lord, him, softening my hard heart, and coming here, man. So, yeah.
For sure, man. I know we'll get in a little bit of the Florida State stuff later down the line, but
Yes, sir.
you talked about how it all worked out, and I kind of want to get into that, man. Walk me through draft day for you, what it was like, and what that moment felt like getting that call.
Man, it didn't, it didn't feel real when I had got it and I put my phone down and I said Jets, like, I don't know if y'all saw the video or you saw the video, but I'm just like sitting there like this because it truly didn't feel real. And I'm really thinking back with all the hardships, like everything. I was really thinking about my mother though. Just everything that she'd been through, like going to AAU tournaments, like cars breaking down, like people just driving by you, like knowing you struggling. You see his 5 kids in there, like, and you don't stop and help and just all this going through my mind and just gratitude. And that whole day, man, I was just praying to the Lord, just thanking him. Like everybody had a first round, grade on me and stuff like that. But for me, my 40 was what it was. And so I dropped to the second day. And so, and I was literally okay with that. Like my mom and my brothers, they was asking me like, you good? I'm like, man, I'm good. Like wherever the Lord, like my faith was so rooted in him, like wherever the Lord gonna bring me, I know that that's where I'm supposed to be. And so, man, when I had got that call and, I don't know if I saw New Jersey or New York. It was one of the two. I'm like, I'm praying it's the Jets. And so, when I heard, Mooj, he was like, AZ, I'm like, come on, man, And then since then, and I dropped the phone. I said Jets to my family, and like I said earlier, man, it truly didn't feel real. But everything that was going through my mind was just gratitude and just thankfulness to the Lord, and really gratitude towards my mother and for having a strong mother like her and having two sons in the league. That's rare. Like that's very rare. And so, yeah.
Listen, man, I'm calling all my FSU fans to the front right now. Man, I know that this season hasn't gone the way that we would like, but we have something dope in store for you guys to lift your spirits up a little bit. Trials of Triumph has partnered with LAA Sports and Entertainment, along with the Jacksonville Seminoles Club, to bring you a live podcast event with FSU legend Dalvin Cook on November 29th for the FSU UF game. This will include a live podcast with myself and Dalvin Cook, a watch party for the FSU UF game, meet and greet opportunities, live vendors, and more. And it will be hosted at the Southern Swells Brewing Company in Jacksonville, Florida. Man, I know this season hasn't gone the way that we like, but this right here with Dalvin Cook, FSU great, and you can't miss this. And tickets will be limited, so make sure to go grab your tickets right now. We dropped the link below, so make sure to go grab your tickets right now. Hey man, y'all been blowing me up about doing it. We finally doing it. So make sure to grab your tickets to be there to witness this moment live. Looking forward to seeing you there, and of course, go Noles, baby. That's dope that you said that. Like it's something that I preach all the time, man. Sometimes we'll get so caught up in the mess that we'll forget the message. And you know how many people you talked about your 40 time. You know how many people don't perform the way that they want to, and then they see the stock drop all the way. Some of them end up going undrafted or whatever the case may be. I think in these situations, like I said, we'll get caught up in the mess. Guys like, man, listen, I still got you. And for you to continue to have that perspective, that's dope for sure, man. But you're a cornerback that's known for your size and your length. Talk about your physical traits and how they give you advantage, how you're able to utilize them on the field.
Yeah, man. My physical gifts, like I'm long, I can run with the best of them. And I just feel like it all comes down to film study, like because people gonna study against you, or they're gonna try to plan against you and try to see how they can attack you. And even now, me being in the league, I know every week they say, "Oh, this guy right here, he ran 4.5 or high 4.5, this and that." Like, and so they planning on trying to beat me on the go bar. They're planning on me trying to down release slant, like just all these kind of different things. And so I feel like the physical gifts, yeah, they're there, but it's really more mental. And that comes from film study. That comes from knowing my strengths and what I need to work on, and just working on that each and every day in practice. Like after practice, me and B Steve getting work. Like, and I feel like that all correlates to what you see on film. And so, yeah, I'm physical. Yes, I'm tall. I'm long. I'm a man corner. I can play zone too. And just all these different things. I feel like they all correlate, but that doesn't happen if it doesn't come from film studying. It's no superhero play. It's nothing like that. It's just studying film and just allowing my gifts to take over, and not really just out there thinking, but doing. So yeah.
Have you had your welcome to the NFL moment yet?
Man, you wanna know so crazy? Like my welcome to the NFL moment really isn't like on the field yet. Like my welcome to the NFL moment really came off the field. Oh man, I don't even know if my coach want me to even tell you this story, but I'm gonna tell it anyway because it's no harm to him. It's really me. And so it was after the Bills game. We had played the Bills. Everybody noticed to the score of that game or whatever. And so I'm talking to Keon after the game. And you already know Keon. Keon can kind of talk, you feel me? So me and him out there talking, and we about to trade jerseys. So we're trading jerseys, and we're trying to find like a Sharpie. Can't find a Sharpie. So we're looking for like 5 minutes for a Sharpie. I'm like, hey, Sharpie, no. He looking like Sharpie, nah. So man, we finally get the Sharpie. Keon writing this long message on my jersey or on his jersey. And then my player personnel person is like, hey V. I'm like, oh. So I got the Sharpie. I'm writing, but I'm writing fast. I'm like, all right, I'm like, huh. I grab the jersey. I run in. Man, Freddie, I'm the last person in there, Freddie. Rookie. Last person in there. When I tell you, I saw the three worst people I could see going into that locker room. Saw Woody Johnson. Saw Moves, our GM. Coach AG. Man, as soon as I get past Moves and Woody Johnson, all I could see is like, I wish I could show you standing up, but all I could see was Coach AG like literally looking like this, like dead at the door. Man, I walk in there, man, he like, the first thing he said, I was like, I ain't gonna say the cuss word he said, but we got trading jerseys and speaking or no, he said shaking hands with the other team. So I'm like, I just walk clean. I just walk straight to my locker, man. I'm like head down. I just walk straight to my locker. And the crazy thing about it, like the vets after that, they had told me, they was like, yeah, AZ, like if especially after a loss, like you can't stay out there for too long. Like, and they was like, and like if you trying to trade jerseys, just tell your EQ people to send it over. Like, don't like stay out there and wait for a Sharpie. Man, when I tell you I walked in there, I felt his presence, like literally coming. I'm like, I know Coach AG hot because I didn't even know I was the last one out there. Man, I walk in there, man, and he say that. I'm like, yeah, I'm not, I ain't even look at him. I just went straight. I just went straight to my locker. But after that, we laughed about it, and all the teammates laughed about it. But during that time, it truly wasn't funny. So yeah, now that was my welcome to the NFL moment off the field. I'm pretty sure, you feel me, it's gonna happen on the field one of these days, and I'm prepared for it. I'm ready for it.
And that's crazy.
Man, when I tell you, Coach AG, man, his stare, man, I walk clean in my locker.
I can, man, I know, I know your heart sink to the middle of your stomach when you out there.
Man, my heart dropped to my toes. Hey, my heart dropped to my toes, man. Cause like think about it, like it's like I wasn't even trying to be friendly with the other team. Like I was just talking to one person. That was Keon.
Teammate.
Yeah, but you feel me? He ain't care about none of that.
Yeah, you know how I be at that loss,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
What's it like being a part of that Jets unit where guys like Sauce Gardner,
Yep.
ultimately the Jets have, for the longest, man, look back at history, been known for
Yep.
the tough defenses that they put out.
Yep. I mean, just having those guys, and it's not even just Sauce. It's like B. Steve, Andre Cisco, like Tony Adams, like Isaiah Oliver, like all these guys in the DB room. Like I couldn't have got placed in a more perfect or better unit that I'm in right now, man. We're all different, but we all correlate and we all mesh so well. And I'm just so thankful for them guys, man. It's fun. Like we truly have fun. Even when we was losing and all these, like we still brought joy to everywhere we went. On the field, off the field, in the classroom, during film sessions, like all that. And no one's like, everyone can take coaching. Like we're all coachable. Like even Sauce, like being that having all that stardom, being the highest paid or one of the highest paid, or sometimes you can see him like, oh, he can't really take coaching, or the coach treat him different. Nah, like we all get treated the same. We all gonna watch film the same. And we all gonna correct what we need to correct. And when you play with not only a group of guys, but get coached by a group of coaches like that, it makes you even play. It makes you want to play even harder. And so I'm just so thankful for them guys, and I know it's gonna help me grow as a player.
Man, coming off last week and that big upset win, for you guys. How
Mm-hmm.
big is that? Ultimately, we know the standard that you guys have in general, but when you have when you're having a rough season, rough start to the season, how big is it getting a win like that for the confidence of the team?
Man, it was big, especially going into a bye week. It was big, but like I tell everyone, like when you trying to turn a ship around, it's gonna take a long time. And so, Coach AG, like we're so confident in Coach AG and the culture he's trying to establish each and every day, each and every week, into that building. Like it's some stuff that went on the previous years. That's really none of our business. What's our business is how do we grow and how do we develop something that can sustain us throughout the whole season and throughout the rest of our time here. And so the confidence stems from our head coach, like what he brings to us. Like he brings the same fire, the same juice each and every day, each and every week, win or loss. And he doesn't back down from anything. Like if we lose, like he ain't softening up. Like even when we were 0-8 or 0-7, like he ain't softening up from nothing. Like the standard is the standard, and that's to bring our best each and every day, no matter a win or a loss. And everything is getting looked at, like from practice to film. Like if you're showing up late, you ain't showing up. Do not disrespect that grass, no matter what the record is. And so when you have a head coach that not only lives it, but shows it and instills that within you, and you hear it from him daily, it just reminds you to just keep going and to keep chopping and to keep swinging. Because I mean, one of them swings, it got a hit, and it hit this 2 weeks ago versus the Bengals, and now we have another great opponent coming in, and we got to go do what we got to do throughout the week of practice and go and come out with a dub. So.
Yes, sir. I want to get back to college now, man. What does it mean to you? You said you didn't want to come to Florida State, but what initially, they weren't on you, but ultimately, you came to Florida State. What does it mean to you to play at a university like Florida State and be a part of, something that's so historical? Men were not built to coast. We were built to conquer. T1RX delivers physician-led testosterone therapy and supplements forged for operators. No excuses, no fluff, just results. Make sure to visit T1RX.com and take the edge back. And at checkout, use code Trials of Triumph to get 10% off of your order.
Man, it's like, as a kid growing up, watching Jalen Ramsey, Derwin James, like all these different guys, like Jameis Winston, Kelvin Benjamin, like all these guys, you never truly think they'd be like, oh, I'm gonna play there one day, or even be a star there, or even get drafted from there one day. Like you just allowing life to flow, and however it flows, it flows. But man, it was nothing short of a blessing. Coming in, I was coached by Coach Woodson, Marcus Woodson, and then Coach Surtain that came in. And I learned different things from those guys. Like really, Coach Woodson, me coming in as a freshman, he was on me, not even on the field, but off the field, like as a man. And I respected that so much. Every day he walked in, he had tea, and then his tea would have like these little quotes on it. And he would give me the little quote, and I don't even think I even told him this, but I actually read those quotes. Like he'll just drop it on my binder, and I'll read it. And during that freshman year, I was kind of stressed. And it wasn't even on the field. It was off the field. It was my classes. I had 7 classes my freshman year. And so I knew my plan. I was trying to graduate early. And so I knew my plan. And so he truly kept me going, and he helped me with the football aspect as well. But when Coach Surtain came in, when you have a guy, he played in the league, 11 years. So, he came in, man, and he has his own son, one of the best players, if not the best, in the league. So when you have a guy and when you have a coach like that, and also like he goofy too. So, when like you have a coach that's a player's coach, that comes in and he teaches you the game, and he understands, like, and we all know we were a man team. Like we were a man team. So you gonna get got. And the one thing he told me was, this is an imperfect game played by imperfect people. He knew me, like, he knew I took like losses to the head. Like he knew that was real personal for me. Like I hated to lose in one-on-ones. I hated to lose in skelly and team periods, like all that, even in the game. But him telling me that, like, this is an imperfect game played by imperfect people. Like, you're not going to be perfect. Now, of course, we're going to strive for perfection, but we know we ain't going to reach perfection, but we're going to strive for perfection. And he truly taught me that. And so going to Florida State, man, like I said, like, I know the Lord brought me there for a reason. And like, I grew not even on the field, but off the field. Like our senior year, we started a Bible study, and it started off with about 4, 5 people. It grew to like 12, 13, and outside looking at you, like, that ain't that much. But man, if you can impact just one person, like, just think about that. If you can impact just one person, if everybody in their lives can just impact one person, this world would be different. But everybody think one isn't a lot. But one is a lot, bro. Like, one is a lot, because we may be the only Bible they read. Like, truly think about that. And so that's how I kind of approached it. Like, yes, on the field, it was a blessing. Yes, we got all these greats, all these stars, all these legends that came through this building. But what I wanted to do, and when I got to that point, I'm like, okay, I want to do something that's going to outlast me. And so that's what I did. That's what we did, and I know it's gonna continue on. And I'm just so thankful and I'm so blessed to be able to be there and go there. And so yeah.
That's a blessing, man, for sure, man. I came on here saying I want to keep you under 30, but then just I was like, but then listen, man. You gotta when guys start moving, you gotta let God move. I don't think
We
nah,
good though.
I appreciate you for sure. You talked about chasing perfection. And in that 2023 season, man, you guys ACC championship year, the record was perfect. Kind of walk me through the mentality of the team that season.
Man, I have never been a part of a team like that. Like, it was so crazy because I felt it really truly during like the summer and spring workouts. Like, that's when I really felt it. And like, you can tell when a team is like, I don't even know the word I'm trying to say, but you can tell when a team really got that it factor. Like, and like the players on the team truly love the game, like truly love the game. And you go in the training room and after summer, like everybody know in the summer, like after workouts, you good, you gone. But man, after them workouts, like players still in the training room, players in the cold tub, hot tub, stretching. I'm kind of younger. I'm a sophomore, so I'm kind of younger, and I'm like I really learned from them. Like guys like Braden Fisk, Jared Verse, Ronaldo Green, like all those guys, like and we were so stacked, but we knew the work still had to be done because nothing works if you don't work. Like, and we understood that, and we learned that from Coach Norvell each and every day he came to the building. And that team was just different, man. Like I be trying to sum it up in like a word, but I truly can't. Like the team was just different. Of course, it didn't end how we wanted it to. We did everything we could, go 13-0, and they still kept us out, which was disheartening, truly. But man, I feel like as a team, man, we grew, and really the most important thing, we were close. Like I feel like if your team not close, you could be the most talented team, but if you're not close, I don't think you're gonna go pretty far. And y'all may win temporarily, but in the end, it's gonna come back to bite you in the butt, because y'all gonna go through some type of trial at the end of the season. And if you're not close, and if you don't talk to your brother next to you or you don't check in on him, how can he trust you in battle, like or in war? He can't. And so I feel like that team, like the record, yeah, it was what it was. But I feel like it was a direct correlation to who we were off the field. And to sum it up, man, that team was just different, and it was a blessing to be a part of it.
No, for sure, man. I hated to see, what transpired that year, but I go back and forth with people all the time because you have your debates and stuff. They say when J Trav got hurt, that was the reason. But I feel like they were already building that narrative on TV anyways. But I still like that team because that defense that we had that year, one of the most dominant defenses in college football, man. Do you believe that if y'all got in the playoffs, y'all would have had a chance to win it all?
Man, I don't believe I know. like I know, and I still have arguments with my teammates even now, still to this day. Like, and I will die on that statement. Bro, if they gave us an opportunity, like I promise you, like we were hungry, like we were hungry. And you know what I mean. Unfortunately, we never really truly got to show it. But man, like everyone was like talking about, yeah, Jay Trav was out, but we knew whoever came in was gonna rise to that standard that we had set since the summer, since winter. And when he had went out, like our whole mindset as a defense was if they can't score, they can't win. And so the outside world, they wanted to say, oh, we weren't the same without Jay Trav and stuff like that. And maybe we weren't. But as a defense, collectively as a team, like we knew if they couldn't score, they can't win. And we had that mindset. And like I said, man, unfortunately, we couldn't really show the hunger. We couldn't really show the grit that we had. because of the decision they made, but it is what it is, and we all where we at, and we're thankful for it. So, yeah.
Kind of, you talked about the mindset of that 2023 team and how everybody was hungry, and it was a close group. Uh, Did things kind of shift the following year when during that that 2-10 season?
Man, truly, speaking on 2024 is tough for real. Because that was not the standard. Like that was not the standard at all. And not even off the field or our practices and stuff like that. Like you'll come to our practice and you'll think we was undefeated. Like I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about the product that we put out on game day. And we just could never like put it all together. Like never, man. And mentally that year, and I know it was for all of us, and I'm not even just talking about me. That was probably one of the, if not the hardest year of my life, just mentally. Outside of me when I was young and my mom struggling and stuff like that, just mentally was one of the hardest years of my life. Because me personally, we all know, like I had all this draft buzz and stuff like that, and agents hitting you up and all these things, like all these voices, like in your ear. And it was kind of hard to kind of like silence them and stuff like that. And you already know me, I'm very big on my faith, but I know the Lord was testing me because for a long time I was idolizing football. Like football was my identity. And when you place your identity in something that is fleeting and anything that is constant, you're doomed to fail and you're doomed to be burnt out. You're doomed to be stressed and like all these other things. And throughout that whole year, man, on the field, I just tried to show up as my best self each and every day, with a smile on my face, showing up to practice. And to go back to your question, man, I truly still to this day don't truly know what the root of it was. All I could see is just what grew from whatever the root was. And that was losses. That was, just stuff going on in the media. Everybody talking about us, past players, just like stuff like that hurt. Like truly all of us, like we all wanted to win. And so when you have all these guys coming in and I don't know if the standard wasn't understood because, now with the transfer portal, like this whole thing is like, the college world is changing. I don't think it's gonna ever become like the NFL, but it's gonna kind of get like a little close to it. It's changing, and so when you have all those guys, it's hard to kind of mesh. It's hard to kind of get the standard around because really everybody is new. And that's just the world we live in. And so, but I wouldn't take that season back for anything. We truly grew as people. We truly grew as players. And I grew as a man, because that's life. We had these expectations coming in. We got hit in the mouth with G-Tech in Dublin, Ireland, all the way across the pond. And then we all know how the season went. But man, one thing I'm most proud of that team, even though the record didn't say it, was just a fight that we had each and every week. I promise you, we never faltered, like from showing up to work each and every day. We just couldn't win. Like we just literally couldn't win. But never in eternity would you tell me Florida State go 2-10 though. Like never. But it happened and we learn from it and we move on. So that's really all I got to say about 2024. But it's truly a tough season to really look back upon and really try to explain like what happened. And so, yeah.
We would like to thank Howell, Buchanan Strong for sponsoring today's episode of Trials of Triumph. They are a healthcare licensing and professional licensed law firm headquartered in the capital city of Tallahassee, with offices located throughout the state, assisting those with healthcare regulation compliance, healthcare transactions, and other healthcare defense. If you're facing legal problems, you're going to need a strategic defense. Howell, Buchanan Strong is Florida's trusted law firm to help you with your licensing issues. You came into Florida State when the university was struggling, and then you got to watch watching be a part of the transition that Coach Norvell made with this program, going, having that year in 2023 when you guys should have been in the college football playoffs, and then you kind of went
Hmm.
the ups and downs. Looking back at the course of things from 2023 before and last year, and of course what they're going through this year. Um, do you believe Coach Norvell can get Florida State to the point where we can win championships? Because you were there in 2023, you should have had the opportunity.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I don't. I don't. I truly don't think there's another coach that is fit for the job like him. And like I said, like the outside world, the fans may be like, "Oh, he tripping," like, "Oh, he just saying that," but nah, like, truly, I truly mean that. And you already know I'm a realist. Like, I'm gonna tell it how it is. I'm gonna tell you if you need something to work on. I'm gonna tell the team, or if staff, like all that. Like, Coach Norvell is so consistent with how he shows up each and every day. And I don't think there's any other coach like him. Like, I promise you, he's so detail oriented. And I'm not saying, it's the players, like, but if they give you a call, if they tell you this and you don't go out there and execute, and of course when like you losing, we know it's two people that's gonna get like really all the blame. It's the quarterback and the head coach. But sometimes it's really something laying under the foundation, something not getting across, or something not clicking, or the execution isn't right. And sometimes you just end up with losses. And so, like, in this game, in this college game, like, it's changing. Like I told you, like, it's changing. Like, the top teams getting upset, like all these different things, just this NIL world. Like, I feel like and I'm not talking about just Florida State. I'm just collectively as football. Like, I feel like everybody's getting comfortable, or everybody's think they've made it. And so when you stack up these wins and you go against these lower teams per se, and you see all these upsets, they always think it's something on the field, like, it's this and that. Nah, it's stuff off the field. Like, how are you living off the field? Like, what are you prioritizing off the field? And when you lose, it's mainly not me personally. 9 times out of 10, there's something off the field that you're doing, or something that you're focusing on that's really not ball. Like, back in the day, it was just ball, like pure ball. And I don't know if you grew up in the 2-a-day world or whatever it was. Like, back in the day, it was just ball. But now all these different distractions are in these guys' ears, and I lived it. I was in that world for 2 years. And it's real. And so, man, I promise you, it's not Coach Norvell. Like, Coach Norvell is a great guy, and he cares, and he truly cares for those guys. Like, he truly cares for them. And every day, even when we were losing, like every day, he'll show up yelling. Like, he'll show up, "Good morning," like just stuff like that. And it's so little, but it has a large impact in the end. It had an impact in my life, and I know it's gonna have an impact on those guys' lives. And I know they're gonna pick it up. I know they're gonna continue to execute. I know they're gonna continue to hone in on the details, because that's the biggest thing. Is the details. Like, they should really only have really one loss. There's only really one team that really just, okay, they looked more prepared or better, and that was really Miami. But I personally, or honestly, I really think they should have one loss. But unfortunately, they got what, four losses. But like I said, man, Coach Norvell is the guy. Simple as that.
I've had an opportunity to I connected with Norvell a few years ago, and he a solid dude. Like, I've been in this game, been around so many different coaches, and you see it from the landscape of college sports. Coaches that go on to have success or whatever the case may be. And I know for a fact, bro, like, just being real, a lot of these coaches don't care nothing about these players at all. And I know, just knowing Norvell, and just sitting down with some of the players I've been able to sit down with over the course of the season, man, you can ask them any question. They're gonna be laid back, focused the whole interview. But ask them something about Norvell, they face light up. And it's just like, just hearing you talk about, how he got you guys developed, and, certain things like that. And then hearing guys, I think the fruit, you study the Bible, man. You're a man of faith, man. The fruit that somebody bears speaks a lot. You can say whatever in front of those cameras or whatever, but what do people say about you behind the scenes when it can't get back to
Mhm.
anybody? And that's
Yep.
how people speak about, Norvell. And I can't say the same about a lot of coaches, but I know that it's a bottom line business, and I'm praying that they get it figured out, because I'm telling Coach,
Yeah.
he's a solid dude, man, for
Yep.
sure. Man, but I know
Yep.
it's a bottom line business, man. But
Yep.
I want to get into the NFL connection. You and your brother being in the
Yep.
league. Kind of, walk me through that. What's it like? For your mother and you and your
Hmm.
brother. I know you got the opportunity to line it up a few weeks ago.
Yeah, man. That was our dreams. That was our goals. Like everything. That was the first moment that it was really tangible, like really truly in front, like yeah, the NFL, yeah, making it there, like that's everybody's dream. But my true like dream, my true goal was to either play with or play against my brother, or brothers, but my brother. And man, when I saw him pregame, and somebody literally got a video from like up top, like on the stadium, like I'm like, what in the world? And so, man, I truly shed a tear. And I'm not no emotional dude or whatever. But I truly shed a tear. Now I ain't telling my brother this, but I know when he see this, he can be like, "Yeah, dog, you shed a tear, you soft." But I did, man. Just seeing my oldest brother, like him training me in our front yard when I was little, us being in the bathroom, just crying, we were struggling and stuff like that, just talking about where we wanted to be, like knowing we can make it out for mama, like knowing we got tired of her struggling. And like just seeing all that come full circle, like and me playing against my brother in the league, like I saw this tweet. It's only 0.3% of brothers play against or with each other. And the fact that we're a part of that 0.3% is crazy. It's crazy. But I can't do nothing but thank the Lord. Like I truly can't. Like all the glory, the credit, the honor, the attention, I deflect all that praise back to my Lord and Savior. Cause I promise you, like in our earlier on years, like we truly didn't see a way out, but all along it was him. Like the Lord was our way out. And I'm so thankful for the strength that he instilled inside my mother and his light that shined through her, into our hearts. And just seeing my brother across from me, man, like every chance I got, to say something to him, I did. And we were just laughing, man. We were just laughing. And so hopefully, man, one day I can play with him. That's really my ultimate dream, man. But playing against the man was also my dream, and so it was another short of a blessing, man.
And I told you I wasn't gonna try to keep you too long. I appreciate you just taking time out of your schedule and
Most
you know
definitely, man. You good?
what you do on the field, how you carry yourself on the field, but most importantly, how you carry yourself off as a believer myself, man. I understand, all this stuff is, temporary. I'm about kingdom business. So, continue
Yeah,
being bold, keep being bold in your faith, man. And it's inspirational, and motivating just to watch, man. Watch you being so young and, just being bold in your faith for the Lord, man. So continue doing your thing, man.
yes, sir. I got you, man. And I appreciate you for bringing me on, man. And just uh, giving me this platform for real. To proclaim the gospel, to proclaim the good news, and continue to just bring all the glory to my Lord or to our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, man. So thank you, man.
Yes, sir. Amen, man. Enjoy your day, man, and we're gonna stay in touch for sure.
I got you, man. Appreciate you, man. God bless, man.